So, this week on Stargirl, episode 11, one very cool thing happened. Courtney will finally stop saying that Starman is her freaking father. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach to Nerd, and I am joined here today with my spouse, River Park, and we are reviewing Stargirl episode 11 entitled Shining Knight. I really like this episode because we finally got Sam Curtis to show up and basically break down the expectations of his daughter, who really and truly believed that she was Starman's child, which I knew from the beginning she wasn't because I read the comics. But just saying, I knew, like, I think I said this in a previous review. I knew Courtney was gonna literally go from I am the chosen one to I'm trash, let's leave town, like that. I knew it was gonna happen. Like, my question though is this. So if you read Stars and Stripes, there in the comics, you actually see that Samuel Curtis, her father, does come to Blue Valley to get the locket that he gave her as a child because he wants to take that one and the one that, you know, he basically has the duplicate of, so that he can pawn them and pay off debts. He was also, I want to say he was 2 of clubs. I'll have to look it up again. It's been a minute. But he was a low-level part of the Royal Flush Gang. And that's one of Gotham's gangs, which the Justice League has gone against for years. I mean, years. Since Golden Age DC. So, her father essentially is a villain. And he is a low-level villain, and I'm not sure if more of it's going to play out. If you do read the comic, though, it did go down a little bit differently. I mean, Courtney got a car out of it from Pat, but yeah, I do like the fact. Yeah, I do like the fact that Pat punched Sam, though.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. So yeah, Sam came to town to get that locket and bell. He is a piece of crap. Poor Mike, though.
Smooth criminal.
Yeah, but poor Mike. Mike was treated like absolute crap in this episode. Like, well, honestly, and a lot of them. And, you know, from his perspective, I can kind of see it. It's been him and his dad against the world, and then his dad gets remarried, and now he's actually treating Courtney better than him. They don't tell him anything. He's actually to the point where he feels ostracized and like he's not part of the family. And now that Barbara knows about Courtney being Stargirl and Mike still doesn't, that is a problem. That is absolutely a problem. In the comics, I do know that he did have a little animosity to her having powers and him not. And then he started working with his father as a mechanic and learning how to fix Stripe and all of that. And then basically Pat is telling him, you're my legacy, so you're going to carry on as Stripe, you know, if something happens to me. I don't know if that's going to play out in this at all. I hope Mike has a role, because it will suck if the villains know Courtney is Stargirl, you know, Pat and Barbara know, the JSA know. The only person in the whole flipping series that won't know will be Mike, and that is going to cause a lot of issues.
When he wasn't it just the last episode or something recent said like, oh, my sister.
Oh yeah, he said Courtney was his sister about 2 episodes ago when she got hurt.
Yeah, bonding moment.
And he was. I mean, you can tell Mike really wants a family.
Yeah.
It just, he wants to have his dad. Like, even the fact when Pat yelled at him, that was extremely messed up. So yeah, that is messed up. Shining Knight, God bless him. He's still having memory problems. Now we know it's because Dragon King did something and took his identity away. He was looking for his steed Victory, and he approached this farmer saying, please help me. And the guy's like treating him like a crazy homeless person, which I thought was I actually wanted to smack the crap out of the farmer, you know, because I mean, this is a guy that obviously needs help and you're being an a-hole, but
yeah,
you know.
But I can see that in there.
Yeah, but Pat does find him. Unfortunately, Shining Knight hallucinated him as Dragon Knight and some of his goons and was going to kill him. And of course, here comes Rick saying, oh, I can take him. And I'm like, hey, you cannot take Shining Knight right now. And I'm like, no, sir. But Rick really needs to get his head on straight. He is definitely too much of a hothead. He's going to get someone killed.
But props for confidence?
Props for confidence, yeah. But I will say I did appreciate the fact that Pat was able to talk him down. It's like, I'm Stripesy and you're one of the greatest guys I have ever known, you know. And that Shining Knight is now sleeping on the couch at their house. I don't know how they explain that to Mike because Mike's not in the loop.
Good point.
So they never really came back and addressed that fact.
No, they didn't.
So there's that. Barbara, though, seems to be Team Stargirl, like really flipping quickly.
Yeah.
She went from, I'm taking my daughter and leaving, to, oh, I'm recording, you know, the conversation that Jordan is having with his parents. And then to, oh, well, all the people in Blue Valley need help. And if I take you away, you may be safe. But if I let you stay here and fight, you'll die. And it's like,
Instant 180.
this is really weird. So it was a really fast transition on Barbara's part. Really fast. I don't know. I think it's interesting that, and I called this because I said this in my last review. Her doing a search at work for Starman's death on her work computer that is monitored by IT. She did try to delete her history. But I mean, nothing is truly deleted, you know, on your work computer, especially if it's a virtual workplace, a virtual platform. So yeah, IT was able to bring that crap back, and he looks at it. So now Jordan knows that she says probably more than likely suspects him. So Barbara is now on the radar too. That's why when Jordan talked to Brainwave, he told Brainwave, take the whole family out. And then he even said, don't forget Mike. We can't have any next generation, pretty much, vigilantes or heroes coming after us. And that is so effed up.
The good thing Mike doesn't know anything.
Mike knows nothing. But the sad thing is, it doesn't matter because in the preview, they're attacking the house. And so Mike is basically left out in the loop and doesn't know to be careful, doesn't know to look over his shoulder because no one's told him anything. And I really blame Pat for that because it's Pat's fault. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think the overall thing about this episode, I was very upset with how they treated Mike. And I'm really hoping they rectify this. I think we only have a few episodes left until the season finale, but yeah, I'm very annoyed at that. But yeah, it was an interesting episode. It really was. We got to see a little bit of the JSA. We got to see Yolanda being sad and skipping a meeting. During school hours, they did like a little mini eulogy. And Brainwave, of course, shows up and then is talking in Courtney's head. So I'm pretty sure he knows Courtney is Stargirl. Of course he does. I mean, how else would they know to go to her house and attack them, you know? Because we all know that Shiv's still locked up in that, you know, in that little prison in the lair. So we know that she didn't do anything and she didn't say anything. Yeah. And we still have no word on Henry Jr. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like Henry Jr. is still alive.
He has to be.
I don't feel like he died. I feel like...
Or they can bring him back somehow.
I'm hoping it's not the latter. I really hope the Dragon King doesn't have his body and is going to reanimate him into a villain, because that would suck. Or worse, brainwash him. Like, if he is alive, brainwash him into being an enemy, which I could see happening.
Yeah, that would definitely bring drama.
Yeah.
back.
So, but yeah, overall, episode 11 was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to episode 12, because at this point I feel like all of Blue Valley knows who Stargirl is. So
Except Mike.
Except Mike.
Maybe 13 or
I mean,
somewhere.
We'll probably get Jakeem Thunder to come and get the Thunderbolt, and he'll know, and Mike will still not know, because that's just Mike's role. He's the one who's not supposed to know anything about anything that is going on. So, but yeah, good episode. I would love to know what you think, so please leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you would like to sign up for Jury Duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the bell, it's the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.